Hello everyone, so this is a root of a rock barbados cherry project. Originally it was looking like this. As you can see, it was a little bit of a different container, smaller, and the trunk was slightly thinner than what it is now. There's a lot of growth in this tree now, and here's the process of the root of a rock. And now, as you can see, lots of growth everywhere. What I'm going to do today, it's been about a year that I created this root of rock, so I'm going to be removing this part right here to expose some of the roots. Eventually, hopefully I can expose more of the lower side. But for now, I'm going to remove that, do some major pruning and styling on this tree to get its first real styling. Let's get started. So, pretty exciting to see if I was able to get some roots to actually grip on the rock. And when I did this project, I found out that it would have looked a little bit better if I wouldn't have set the tree right on top of the rock. But mistakes happen, so hopefully it looks good. Time to expose and see what it looks like. It looks like you got a pretty good grip on the rock actually. Let me get a closer look. As you can see, it looks like there was some pretty good grip on the rock right here. Right here too. Pretty nice. This one did not attach too well, but I'm still gonna place something there, so hopefully I can get it to attach better. This one gripped super nicely, so I like that. I might remove this one. I think, yeah, it's a dead one already. Yeah, it just come up by itself. But I love the way this one gripped really nicely. So I'm gonna continue cleaning that part up and see what I can expose more. Again, I would have loved to maybe place the tree a little bit more on the side of the rock, not sitting on top completely. But it's okay. I think it looks pretty decent, and I'll see how it looks once I start working on creating its first styling. So I'm gonna get my root pruners and just remove some of these smaller feeder roots. There's so many feeder roots all on this container, so they won't cause any damage to the tree if I remove these ones. So I was able to clean this up nicely, removing all the roots and stuff like that. So I do notice that down here there is some nice roots that can still be worked on and get attached to the rock. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna keep them misted, and I'm going to add some sphagnum moss just right at the edges so it can help those roots grip better and thicken up. So that's what I'll be doing towards that side of the base right here, just to keep this moist. That way they don't really dry out too fast, so they can still thicken up, and that's going to create a better look at the rock, so it can completely grip on it. What I need to do now is just to work on some styling on this thing. It's just growing too crazy, and let's go. I'm going to start just by taking off the longer shoots and then deciding what branches I won't need. But for now it's too long, so I just need to bring it down a little bit, and that way I can make better decisions before actually removing any branches. I was thinking of somewhat kind of like cascading down a little bit, but I'm not too sure. Kind of like two styles, like bringing this side right here and all the growth coming on this side, but then again the tree's leaning to one side. We'll see. I might do some type of cascading. I'm just gonna remove these ones, and I'm going to start by removing the branches that are just growing in between, that are having like 3 branches coming in, keeping 2, and creating some taper on them. Alrighty, so as you can see, I pruned it down quite a lot, and the reason why, it's because I do want to start creating some branching. This is a small tree, So I don't really need, just a straight branch to come down without splitting or anything like that. I do need to create branching. So I do need to probably bring it in closer so it can start splitting and I can start creating branches. Eventually that's going to create smaller leaves with more branches and help the tree look more compacted rather than just really elongated shoots. So I think I'm going to reduce it a little bit more, and then after that I'm going to start working on adding some wire to this tree. So pretty excited about that. See what I can come up with. I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to do, but usually once I start something I just kind of look at it too much and see what I can do and start wiring, and from there I just start getting ideas. So that's what it is. Sometimes you might have an idea of what you want it to look like, but when you don't have something, just kind of start bringing it slowly down, and eventually you're going to start seeing a little bit more shape and start creating some ideas of what you want the tree to look like. So I'm going to start with the wiring process. I'm not really going to bore you with this, not really a tutorial on how to wire or anything like that. I don't want this video to run too long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wire the tree, and once the wire is applied, I'm just going to come back and start creating the movement so you can kind of see how it's transforming as it goes. So just wanted to update you on that. So the tree has been fully wired, and I haven't created any movement because I want to show you guys. Again, I don't really have a specific idea of what I want, and I'm about to start creating some movement on this thing. So to start off, I'm going to start with this branch right here. It's just coming down this way towards us, so I want to push it back. I want to push it back a little bit and create some movement at the same time. Nicely. That's better. Now this one, I do want to bring it a little bit farther back to create some nice background branch. Nicely. And so you can fill up a little bit better. And down. Create some downward movement. And see what I can create here. This one, it's a nice movement. So I'm just going to move those branches and see what I can create, and then I'll show you the final results. And here it is, the first styling. So I'm not too sure still if I want to keep this design, especially this branch right here. I might want to get rid of this branch. I want to eventually this to become one of the apexes and the other one kind of cascading down to create a nice apex, two apex right here and then another one right here with a nice somewhat cascading semi-cascade, and then the other apex coming this side. So I might need to get rid of this branch as I get another branch to come over here. So I'm trying to keep it there for now, but quite a little bit of a change from how I was looking. I think it came out pretty decent, honestly. I'm excited to see how else is going to develop, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share. Have an amazing day.